I want to talk about desire, what I think about it, and how we can manage our desire. First, our desire is fleeting. It has this graph where it goes up, and then if we waiting it out, it will drop. So we can use that to our advantage, really. For example, if you have a certain addiction and then you have an urge to do that activity, but you don't want to do that, you want to stop doing that, but you always give in. So how to overcome this is to waiting it out. Wait for it to reduce in a time. So the practical way to do that is to set a timer for 60 seconds where you do nothing. You sit by yourself and you observing all these thoughts, all this urge that is coming, and you observe it so objectively that you are so grounded that you don't have to move along with it. You can let it pass, but make sure that you let it pass through you, instead of suppressing it, because suppressing things is not going to work in the long run, because there will be a time where you will be triggering this suppressed emotion. When it's come out, it's not in a healthy way. That's why we need to come in terms with this, and this is the amazing way to reduce the addiction. Maybe, for example, I have an addiction of playing mobile games. It happens so fast. In less than 1 second, I will pull out my phone, open the game, and play game for a long period of time. How I overcome this? By waiting it out for example, like 60 seconds. I think that I don't want to keep playing this game because it's wasting my time. First of all, you need to know your why, and from there you work on this waiting it out. That's been working for me. Second, desire can be uncomfortable. For example, if you have a desire that is so big that it is really hard to achieve it, and there are ways for people approach this thing. First way is they simply don't have that desire, they remove it altogether from their lives. But this is not beneficial for you. It's beneficial for long term. You don't feel that urgency to achieve your goals. But I think you will play it small. You play it small because you don't want to have a big desire anymore. You don't have a desire, instead you only cruising in this life. That's something that we don't want to be doing. If we are working to become the better version of ourselves, we want to achieve big things or the desire. So the correct way that I've learned is not to, first of all, not to suppress it, not to avoid it, remove it altogether from your life. Instead of reducing that gap by being comfortable. So there are two ways on this too. First of all is you become uncomfortable, but you try to close that gap by doing more work. The second method is much more effortless. It's you're imagining yourself as if you already achieved that things. So for example, if you have a desire to own a car, your dream car, you imagine yourself as you already have that car. How does it feel? Because our brain cannot differentiate what is actually happened and what is our mind visualize, and we can use this for our advantage. When we think that we already achieve it, how does it feel? You will become a different person that is worthy of achieving that thing. How it's gonna work is all the action that you will take, it's inspired action, because you're coming from this person who already have that. because there is also this energy where if people don't have it, they have this neediness in them. So that's what we don't want to have. So that's about it that I want to talk about for today. It's about desire, how we manage our desire. First thing is to waiting it out. If this desire you want to remove, if it's, for example, an addiction. The second one is if it's desire that you want, we can imagine as if we already achieved it, so we can take an inspired action to achieve our desire. Thank you.